Good day and welcome to 360 Sports. Another interesting moment for you to know one particular sport that has been in the system of Nigerian sporting fraternity for a very long time, and one of the oldest sports in the world. If you're just joining us, my name is Mudashiru Shitu, and I will be looking at that sport that everybody says and believe that it makes you to think accurately and articulately, and that's talking about chess. We'll be looking at the development of chess in Nigeria, and also we'll be looking at the forthcoming Olympiad. In chess, they have their own separate Olympics. They don't go to the normal Olympics. Let me use the word normal Olympics. And after that, we'll also be looking at the challenges chess is facing in the country. But I won't be doing this because I'm not a grandmaster, neither am I a FIDE master, or I'm just here as you know me to be. I have one honorable person and also representing the president of Nigerian Chess Federation, talking about Mr. Sani. And with me, representing Mr. Sani, is the vice president of Nigerian Chess Federation. That's talking about Adeyinka Adewale. It's good to be here.
It's a pleasure to be here too.
You and the president, that's talking about retired DIG Sani, you have just brought into the federation as the president and the vice president. Has it been? Let me start with that. Let me start with that. Has it been coming into since September?
Once again, thank you for having me here. We're elected. I don't know if I should explain the process of election. There are a lot of representatives of various zones. Like I am actually representing the southwest zone, that is the Lagos, Ogun, Oyo, Ekiti, Ondo, and Osun State. So I'm the representative. So there are 13 members plus another 3 members that are co-opted. So making 16 of us that are actually constitute the board. So on the board, we have the president-elect, and we have the president-elect as well. The secretary general always come from the ministry. So the president, the vice president, and the secretary actually run the affairs of the Nigeria Chess Federation. Okay. Honorable Sunday Dare, the Minister of Youth and Sport, actually is the one that actually swore us in October last year. So we've been running the affairs. A lot of planning have been going on. Yes, we've been doing some actions as well. But so far so good, we're here, and we believe that next year, a lot of plans that we try to put in place now will come in forward out to the Nigerian as a whole.
Okay, interesting. Before we really dive straight into the discussion, a lot of people say this is one of the best administrators that have been handling chess. You are here, you're one of the administrators, also the DIG retired. Confirm that. Okay,
well, if you look at the board has almost 90% of the board members as chess players. So which means we can actually feel it. We understand what is lacking in chess administration in Nigeria. Compare with other regime where maybe the government will introduce some people on the board, or you have some people who are not enthusiastic, passionate about chess on the board. But this time around, we have people who play the game. I play chess. President plays chess. And like every other person on the board, they actually play chess. So you want to assume that the best will come out of people who actually play the game, rather than people who do not play the game on the board. Okay,
now let's, the development of chess in Nigeria is as old as the development of Nigeria itself. Tell us, so far so good, from your experience, and how is the development of chess in Nigeria?
Well, Nigeria is currently, when you want to rate the performance of a particular country as far as chess is concerned, you want to look at the number of grandmasters that they have. The highest echelon in the ranking title that you can have globally is actually a grandmaster. We call it GM. Then the next after the GM, you have the international master. We call it IM. Then followed by FM, that's the FIDE master. Then you have the cadre master. As it is today, we do not have a grandmaster. But can we have a grandmaster in the near future? Yes, very near future, we're going to have a grandmaster. But we have a lot of international masters today who actually, if they put in more efforts, they actually can become a grandmaster. So when we look at the past, where we're coming from, just this year, we have one young chap who is under 20, Isaac Okeke, who badged his international master title. So if a 19-year-old boy can have an international master title and is being consistent in playing the game and in studying the game, maybe in another 4 years, he can become a grandmaster. So what he needs is actually more exposure, more tournaments, international tournament this time around, because you cannot at the local level just get a grandmaster, except we organize an international tournament in Nigeria. So for you to get a grandmaster, you need to go and play international tournament, be it at continental level or at international level.
Yeah, now, does this grandmaster attainment, does it really reflect the development of chess in the grassroots, or does it still have to be a different work done on the grassroots, or is a reflection of development of chess in the grassroots?
That's grandmaster is just a yardstick. There are so many other indicators or so many other factors that we can actually attribute to development of chess. Another good example is you have some people using chess as a social tool, whereby you go to some places like Oshodi. Okay. You have Tunde Onokoya, that is doing chess in slum. He goes to Majidun, identify people who are potential, who can potentially disrupt the nation, but introduce chess to them and make sure that their thinking is actually different. That is different. Aside from that, we have people who are doing chess in schools, whereby they go to private school, go to secondary school, the public schools, and introduce chess to them. What we are looking forward to is chess should not be an extracurricular activity. It should rather be part of the curriculum, but that is not what the Ministry of Youth and Sport and so can do. There is need for a collaboration and synergy between the Ministry of Education and Ministry of Sport in this regard. So we are penetrating, we are trying to articulate this together. We know that before we can get things done, the minister himself said we should come up with a reliable constitution. So we are putting a constitution together now, and we are going to have a congress. Maybe by the time we are having the next sport festival, we have all the stakeholders present, reveal the constitution, draft constitution to them, and ask for input of all these people, all the state chairmen of chess association in Nigeria, all the habitats in Nigeria, all the players in Nigeria, ask for input into this and have a very reliable and sustainable constitution. So with the constitution, we have a structure and governance in place. And with that, we'll be able to penetrate again. Because people who actually are ready and willing to support chess, they want to see that, okay, hope if we put money in this, there will be some good return on investment. And that kind of return on investment is you want to make sure that you don't put money down. At the end of the day, somebody is squandering the money, using it, diverting the money into some other things. So those are the things that we are trying to do. So constitution first. Some of the things that we've also done, immediately we assume regime. We feel the 16 members who are on the board, they are not enough to actually make things happen. We want to bring everybody on board, carry everybody along. So the president, Sani Mohammed, retired, he actually initiated committee arrangement, whereby we have 13 different committees to look at different areas. Like we have committee on media, we have committee on finance, we have committee on archive, we have committee on online games, we have committee on competition, events, committee on technical matters. So, and we have people who are not board members that were actually brought into this committee. So that at the end of the day, we have about 70 people coming on, like we have ministry of this, ministry of that, but we call it committees. So those committees, they will deliberate on various matters, make recommendation to the full board, then the management of the board will take decision on the way forward. Yeah,
it's interesting, and I'm sure there's something I also let you know. Well, I know that the average Nigerian, the football is just 5 minutes away from him or her when he wants to play football. How close is chess board or chess to an average Nigerian?
Well, you see, one of the challenges we have is the fact that when viewers are looking at you when you are playing chess, it's like a strange land for them. They don't understand what you are doing. Unlike when two or more people are playing football on a pitch, it's very easy to relate and know, okay, the aim is to score goal. But in chess, the aim is not to score goal. The aim is to actually checkmate the opponent's king at the end of the day. So now, in order to get there, we are also working with a lot of international organizations whereby they can also make promotion of chess materials available, accessible, and for free for people. Just recently this year during Nuga, one particular body, they called them Gift of Chess. They came from America. They brought in 1,000 chessboards for free. They gave all this chessboard to various people in Nigeria. So with that, if we continue to have increase in the number of chessboard coming into the country, they actually have a target of gifting 1 million chessboard. So imagine we have a gift of 1 million chessboard all around. So it means that the awareness will continue to increase, because it's not enough to just tell someone play chess. But the thing is, you need to actually have a chessboard. Like if I meet someone that shows interest in chess, what I do is, even if I have only one chessboard, I give it to that person. So with that, the awareness will continue. Then during COVID, there was this movie that came out, Queen's Gambit. A lot of non-chess players that actually watched this movie, they get vaccinated and they picked interest. So we believe that with such promotion, chess will continue to be something that people want to do. Aside that, there are a lot of lessons that have been learned when you compare a chess player with a non-chess player, or let me use kids that play chess with kids that that don't play chess. You will see the rate at which they think, that is those that actually play chess, is faster and more accurate and more analytical than those that actually do not play chess. And most parents have seen this, so they are even pushing chess to their children. They have a lot of schools where they are doing chess now. Chess seems to be like mathematics. Just like Scrabble, it seems to be like grammar or English language. So, and you know, when you have a very sound analytical mind, when you have a sound mathematical background, you are on the path to success.
Yeah, before we go for this question, let me ask you this. Perhaps you've forgotten, I don't want to know how far that the mandate by the president and yourself, the vice president, has given to the regions in actualizing taking chess to the next level. There was the Southwest National Chess Championship and the South-South. And there also there will be the Southeast and somewhere in the North. How has that?
So that's actually another great initiative that was pushed during the first board meeting by the president. He said, why we are chasing the corporates, why we are chasing the institutions to sponsor chess for us, that on our own, we should do whatever we can do. So we have 6 zones: the Southwest, the Southeast, the South-South, the Northwest, the Northeast, the North Central. He mandated all the members in the board to do at least one particular tournament in a year in your zone. So far, we have done Northwest, we have done Southwest, we have done South-South. So we have the plan. The president said in October, we're going to do the North Central. And North Central is actually going to Jos. So we're going to have North Central in Jos. In December, we are going to have the Southeast. Okay. This has been confirmed by Dr. Donald, who is the representative from Southeast. So we'll be left with the Northeast, which we are yet to decide when we are doing. But so far, so good. We've been seeing series of activities. Last month, we were just coming from Huyo. All of us went to experience Huyo. Huyo had over 160 players, while Southwest witnessed 202 players in attendance in Oshogbo. That's for Southwest. So, and same is going to continue to repeat. And we begin to discover a lot of great players. Like, for example, during the South-South, we invited an international grandmaster, Grandmaster Esham from Egypt. It was here, you know, hoping that he's going to beat everybody all around. But an under 20 boy, Idara, actually had a win on the board against the grandmaster, it was celebrated. Another person who is a great player had a draw with this grandmaster. So the grandmaster did not come to sweep 9/9 from Nigeria. So he ended up with 7.5. So what it means is that these players who are drawing, who are winning the grandmaster, if they have more exposure, more play, more international games, we are going to have great potential coming out of them.
Yeah, thank you for that. We'll go on this quick break talking about, if you're just joining us, we have the president of, the vice president of Nigerian Chess Federation, talking about Prince Adeyinka Adewale, who has been giving us what's going on in the world of chess and in development. When we come back, we'll be talking about the Olympiad. Yes, you're just joining us. You're welcome back. I still have the Vice President of Nigerian Chess Federation with me. And we know that in the coming weeks, we'll be having, and the coming months, we'll be having the Olympiad. That's the Olympic version of the chess version of the Olympics. Can you tell us how prepared are we for this?
Okay, so globally, just like you rightly mentioned, the Olympic of chess is more of Olympiad. So every 2 years, all the nations, they come together to play in that particular tournament. This year's Olympiad is supposed to actually take place in Russia, Moscow specifically, but unfortunately due to the unrest between Ukraine and Russia, it has to be moved to another country, and that is India. So come 27th of July, about close to 200 countries will be in Chennai. Chennai is the country, is the city in India where we're going to be meeting. So from Nigerian perspective, we have 5 male that will be attending this particular tournament. We have the highest rated Nigerian, that is Adebayo Adegboyega, who will be leading the team. And we have the highest rated female player, that is I can't remember the name. Then you have a lot of other players who are selected, including Isaac Okeke. Yes, Isaac Okeke happened to be selected based on he actually participated in the trials. He didn't meet up with the trial, but he was given a white card by the president. Being a young player among them, he did very well during that particular tournament. So you're going to have, during the trials, so we're going to have 5 of them, male, and 5 female participating. From the past, how far have we gone into the tournament? And Nigeria has been a medalist. We've been an Olympiad medalist before. IM Odion Haikoje actually got the medal for Nigeria in the past. So if we have done it before, we can still repeat it. Okay, so yes, we should be optimistic. We should be optimistic. We should be optimistic, okay. Yeah. Now, lastly, we look at the challenges the sport is facing, because definitely even the best of sport has challenges depending on the region. What challenges do you think, when you come, based on that, the fact that you're the vice president, that you reduce, will make chess more popular? Okay, well, the major challenge is actually the awareness. I guess if there is more awareness, then there will be, the funding will be there. Yes, if we have money, we will do a lot of things. We will do a lot of promotional things. We will do a lot of games. We will do a lot of practice to make our players to actually be global and world players. But as it is right now, we have limitation in terms of fund. The minister himself said that we should go all out and collaborate with the private sector. Are we reaching out to the private sector? Yes, but is it turning out to become money? Maybe not now, but we are getting to all these people to tell them the reason why they actually need to sponsor chess. We see a lot of corporate organizations using chess pieces as brand items and so on, but we're telling them that beyond using chess pieces, that we can actually tell you what each of these pieces you are using, what they represent. And we can tell you, more important, the reason why you should actually sponsor chess. A lot of international organizations out of Nigeria, they sponsor chess for so many because they can see the value, they can see the importance, so especially at the school level. So we are actually soliciting to people out there who are in charge of authority, be in the private organization, in the little ways they can actually do. It might just be making your space available for a chess tournament. That can be a game changer at the end of the day. So we need support from various quarters, from private sectors and the private sector.
Yes, thank you very much, Prince Adeyinka Adewale,
for having me,
for coming on the show today.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is all we could take on today's program. I hope that next week we'll be giving you all what you need to know. But let's not forget that if you want to be part of the program, you can join us on all our social media, as the discussion never stops on social media. Thank you for joining us. Bye for now.